Welcome to TT Boxing in association with IFL TV and MGM Marbella. Here with me I have Lucas Browne.
Hello, mate.
Lucas. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Thank you. Good press conference, good turnout so far. A lot of buzz around the fight.
Yeah, quite happy. Normally when you go to these sort of things here in Australia, there's not that much of a buzz about it. So it's good to see a lot of people here, a lot of cameras and things like that. So yeah, it's a nice feeling actually.
Yeah, it's definitely captured the imagination. I think other than the main event, your fight seems to be capturing a lot of attention.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, obviously kicking off the press conference earlier today.
Yeah.
How's training going for yourself? So looking
very well.
At the
Yeah. I'm basing everything off my last fight, and that's probably the best way to do in a career. I was about 124 for that fight, overheating a lot, and just fitness wasn't there. So I'm currently 116 with a week and a half to go. So I'm on track in regards to weight and everything else. So I just have to make sure the fitness is right, and I think the rest will be history. Yeah.
Absolutely, and your opponent is very rugged character. Goes the distance a lot of the time. Are you predicting this one to go a long way? Obviously, you've got the heavy hands.
Well, I'd like to be the first one to put him on his ass. Put it that way. Like he's out of all his fights, he's 55 wins, 8 losses, 5 draws, and he's never hit the canvas ever. So he's been stopped by I can't remember his name. Solis is his last name. Odlandia, I think it is Solis. He stopped him standing up. Where he's also been stopped from an injury through his elbow. So he's never hit the canvas. I've got 12 rounds to sort of do my thing and see how we go and see if the right hand lands, and also I've got a few other left-handed tricks that I'm going to be trying out.
We look forward to that. And so obviously bring to the end a pretty busy 2014 for yourself. Have you yourself and Ricky got plans for 2015 yet? Do you know where you're going as far as your title ambitions are yet?
At this point, like I'm number 5 with the WBA, 6 with the WBC, and 7 with the IBF. So it's all generally right there within the grasp of taking it. So it'll be just continuing good hard fights, learning fights at the same time. Like I just don't want easy fights. I want to be able to learn while I'm doing it. And I think the last fight showed that a lot of learning in that process. It was definitely hard, and I didn't enjoy it, but it was a learning process, and that's what needs to happen. So I think with 4 or 5 more good hard fights, I'll be ready for either one of those.
Perfect. And seen obviously on Twitter some in betweens from yourself and Tyson Fury and Eddie Chambers getting involved as well.
Yeah.
Either of them never shy to jump on social media there. Those are fights that seem to be capturing imagination, particularly the Tyson Fury one. He's obviously got the Chisora fight coming up.
Yep.
Have you got any thoughts on how that fight might go? Chisora's not, it's going to be a tough test for him.
I think personally, just through the reach aspect, I think Tyson's got it, and also the mentally he's already sort of beat him. You know what I mean? So Chisora's going to be chasing it, and if he beats him, that's great, because I want to fight both of them either way. Doesn't really matter. But it's I think it's supposedly for the WBO eliminator title, whatever it is. So I won't be able to sort of fight either one of them just yet, but it'll be on the cards for sure. Everyone wants me to knock Tyson on his ass. That's good.
Yeah, everyone. I think we all know that'd be a fireworks if that fight was to happen. And elsewhere on the heavyweight landscape, and Klitschko aside, who else would you say is up there? Someone you want to fight? Malik Scott had his victory over Leon Pye last night.
Yeah.
Is that a fight you consider?
100%. I'd like to see that, because it'll sort of you have a direct comparison between myself and Alex at the same time. This is how he performed, this is how I performed, sort of thing. So it's definitely something I want to look at. I know the interim title, the WBA interim title, there was dramas with the steroids and things like that. So if that does go up for grabs, that's something I want to sort of chase after as well. So there's a few things that and a few people I've sort of got my eye on, for sure. Dante Wilder is always going to be one that I want to put on his ass, just because I don't like him. Yeah,
absolutely, and that's one for the fans. And you think one that you'd maybe travel to America for?
100%, yeah. I think that there'd have to be sort of a foot in the pond first in America before anything like that happens, but definitely something I want.
Maybe in a way, David Scott, and then follow it up with the Wilder fight.
Exactly. Yeah. So how are you thinking?
Heard it here first. All right, perfect. So I'll leave you to it. Good luck in the fight, mate. We'll catch up soon. Cheers, Lucas.
Thank you.